This is again geometry based question. So let's deal with this. Which one of the following is a representation not to scale and in bold of all the values of x satisfying the inequality 2 minus 5x is less than or equal to minus of 6x minus 5 divided by 3 on a real number line? So let's understand the given. Okay, so what is the inequality? 2 minus 5x is less than or equal to negative of, what is that? 6x minus 5 by 3. Okay, so let's split this up. So 2 minus 5x is less than or equal to minus 6x divided by 3. Minus of minus will become plus, so 5 divided by 3. Let's take this on the other side. You can simplify this as 3 and 6, you can cancel it out. So this becomes minus 2x. Let's take this minus 2x on the other side. So 2x minus 5x is less than or equal to, let's take this 2 on the other side. 5 by 3 minus 2. So 2x minus 5x is what? Minus 3x. Less than or equal to 5 by 3 minus 2. So 5 minus 6 divided by 3. Okay. So minus 3x is less than or equal to minus 1 by 3. Am I right? Okay. Now you can take the 3 on the other side. But before that, let's remove this minus on both the sides. If I multiply by minus 1 on both the sides, for inequality, the inequality will reverse. So 3x is greater than or equal to 1 by 3. Or you can say that x is greater than or equal to 1 by 9. So x in a value should be more than 1 by 9. So this is what is final conclusion that I can come. So seeing the graph, tell me which is the possibility here. The only possibility that I can come here is option C. Why option C? See, option C, 1 by 9 is a positive value. And my x value is greater than or equal to 1 by 9. So the only values allowed are anything on the positive side. On the positive side also, not on 0, but somewhere right side of 0. So this is the only option available. Okay. Why this is wrong? This is partially right, but this region is not allowed. This much region is not allowed. Why? That is less than 1 by 9. Here it is opposite. X is less than 1 by 9 situation. So that is also not allowed. This is for excluding area. Okay. That comes out when mod function comes into picture. Okay. When mod of x like this, mod of x, this kind of an idea comes when, like, if you're having a situation where mod of x is greater than or equal to 1 by 9. So this situation means what? X is less than or equal to minus 1 by 9 and x is greater than or equal to plus 1 by 9. So only mod function will give you option D. So these are the only option matching this is what? C. Understood, guys? How I answered this? Why only option C works out here? Is it clear? Do I need to explain it again? If you're clear, please respond. Shiva Subramanian, okay. What about others? Shiv Vaishnavi, okay. Yuvraj, Maharaja, Jessica, Karthikeyan, Shanmida, Shabarish, Adarsh, are you clear? Okay. It's a very simple, straightforward question. So you can see that these are actually gate questions. This is 2022's paper. So you can see that most of the things you can answer actually. That's what I'm telling you. I'm trying to show you that a lot of things we can answer easily. Okay, so let's go for next case. Yeah, thank you everyone. I hope everyone is understood. Let's go for next question. Now this is a question where, okay, what is said here? A person was born on the fifth Monday of February in a particular year. Which one of the following statements is correct based on the above information? The 2nd February of that year is Tuesday. Okay, there will be 5 Sundays in the month of February in that particular year. The 1st February of that year is Sunday. All Mondays of February in that year will have even dates. Okay, so this is a bit challenging one. Now, how to approach this? So he is born on 5th Monday of the February. So let's understand when 5th Monday can come. let's understand the possibility here. So there are two possibilities. First is for ordinary year, because I don't know what type of year it is. There are two types of year. Let's start with ordinary year. Okay, let's start with ordinary year. In ordinary year, February month has how many days? February has 28 days. Now, number of days of week is how much, right? Number of days in a week is how much? It is always 7 days in a week, right? A week has 7 days in it. So you can see that 28 is a proper multiple of 7. So 7 into 4, if I multiply, I get 28 days. If because of that proper multiple of 4, what I can come to a conclusion here is, how many Sundays are here? Only 4 Sundays. How many Mondays are here? Only 4 Mondays. How many, Tuesdays are here? Only 4 Tuesdays. Similarly, Wednesday, 4. Similarly, Thursday, 4. Friday, again 4. Saturday, again 4. That's the only possibility for ordinary year. Because ordinary year has 28 days. You take any ordinary year. If you want, I can show you it in calendar. Okay, right now this is ordinary year. You can see. So this is one case. You can see that. Sorry, this is December. February. Yeah, okay. You can see here. See, you can see exactly there are 4 Sundays, 4 Mondays, 4 Tuesdays, 4 Wednesdays, 4 Thursdays, 4 Fridays, and 4 Saturdays. For any ordinary year, you'll always have like this. So there is no possibility of a 5th Monday. See, our question is based on 5th Monday of that month, right? 5th Monday. That is never going to be possible in ordinary year. So ordinary year is not possible. So no 5th Monday in ordinary year. Is this understood? Why I'm neglecting ordinary year? Or do I need to repeat this logic again? Hello, if you are understood, please respond. Nisha, okay, what about others? If you have doubt now, you can ask me, okay? Not an issue. Okay. That's what I try to give you an example, okay? So for an ordinary year, since there are 28 days and 7 is a proper multiple of 28, this is the conclusion I can come. Okay. So we realize that this is no ordinary year is not possible. So let's now check for leap year. Let's now check for leap year. In leap year, February month will have how much? In a leap year, February month will have 29 days. How many days? 29 days. Now let's understand what happens in 29. So 29 days, when I say, it is actually what? 4 into 7 plus 1. Am I right? 4 into 7 is 28 plus 1. So I multiplied 4 into 7 as like this. So there will be one day which will be having fifth case. Okay. So here it is mentioned that in this particular month, there are the person is born on 5th Monday. 5th Monday means there are 5 Mondays here. So in this particular situation, so let's start with Sunday. There are 4 Sundays. Let's start with Monday. There are what? 5 Mondays. Tuesday, 4. Wednesday, again 4. Thursday, again 4. And Friday, again 4. And Saturday, again 4. If you add all this up now, 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, you will get the value as 29. Okay, so there are 5 Mondays here. From this, what I can come to the conclusion is the 5th Monday. The 5th Monday is going to be 29th February. Because that's the only way we can create a fifth Monday. And I will show you how to manage that. Okay. So let me write down the calendar like this: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, so let me show you what will happen here. First, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then next is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm showing you how the calendar will look like. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and exactly 29. So you can see that how many Mondays are here? 5 Mondays are here. That's why it's told that fifth Monday will be always 29 February. So in the month of February, this is the only way I can create. Okay, so since I have formulated the entire month calendar, from there, let's analyze the statements given to us. This is how the calendar will look like for this particular year. Is this much clear, guys? Any doubt how I formulated the calendar? If you're clear, please respond. This is a bit logically challenging problem. That's why I took this. Are you clear, guys? Balaji, okay. What about others? Shabrish, Jessica, Nisha, clear? Vaishnavi, clear, good. Karthikeyan, Adarsh, Bhavadarni, Abhinaya, Shanmuga. I hope you are all are clear. Okay. So now let's go to the options and let's check out which options is correct. Okay. So first option is saying that 2nd February of that year is Tuesday. Let's see. Yeah. So that is correct. What do I want? Incorrect or correct? So first option A is correct. I can say option A is a correct. The 2nd February of that year is a Tuesday. There will be 5 Sundays in the month of February. No, there are only 5 Mondays. So option B is wrong. The 1st February of that year is Sunday. No, 1st February of that year is actually Monday. That's why that option is also wrong. All Mondays of February in that year will have even days. No, all Mondays are having, some are having odd days, some are having even days. Okay, it will be alternate, like odd, even, odd. So again, that statement is also completely wrong. Not but completely wrong, not true. Okay, so the only option which works out is option E. Understood? So this formulation of calendar is the critical part. From this conclusion, you have to come to a conclusion like this. I hope this is clear. Okay, now, guys, understood how I came to option A? Once you formulate the calendar, then the logic is very easy. The critical point on this entire problem is that 5th Monday is going to be 29 February. That is what you have to conclude here. If you get that logic, then the entire problem is very easy. That's a critical point. Clear? Subramani, okay. Sabrish, okay. What about others? Yuvraj? Okay. Everyone, okay. Good. Okay. So, like that, there will be some logically case. There will be one critical point. If you get that, the problem will be very easy to you. Okay. Let's go for next case. With this, you answer on your own. Inhaling the smoke from a burning dash could dash you quickly. What is the correct answer? Inhaling smoke from a burning. So what is the correct option? Out of A, B, C, D, which is the correct answer? Please try to answer this. Yeah, most of you are getting correct. Yeah, correct answer is option C. Inhaling the smoke from a burning tire. Tire spelling is Tyre. So here you're talking about an object known as tires. Then there is another spelling known as TIRE. Tire. The TIRE tire means you are feeling like tired. Okay, you are not okay with it. That's the other meaning. Both are pronounced kind of similar, but they have a different meaning. Tire is an object, that is wheels of your vehicle has a rubber tire, right? So that is option C. The correct answer is option C. Most of you got it right. Yeah. So this, you can see that these are like easy questions for you. Okay. So I have always given you a mix of easy and hard. Okay. To show you what is exactly going to be the case in GATE exam. So this is again problem of a geometry. Okay. A sphere of radius r is packed in a box of cubical shape. What should be the minimum volume of the box that can enclose the sphere? If I try to plot this out now, let's try this out. Let's say I cannot draw a box, but rather I can draw a square. From there, you can come to a conclusion. Like, let me draw the figure. Let's say this is a square. Now, inside this square, there is a sphere. Okay. The sphere is completely packed. Please. Okay, like this. Yeah. Now, almost packed. Yeah. Yeah, like this. So this sphere is inside pack. If you cut it, you will see it like that. Now, just use your common sense here. The radius of the sphere is this. So if it has to fit in the box, this length of the sphere, or this is the diameter of the sphere. What is the diameter of the sphere going to be? 2r. Similarly, what is the this thing? This is also diameter of the sphere, so 2r. So the box length and width should be 2r. Not only that, since it's a three-dimensional object, I cannot show it here. The depth of the sphere should also be 2r. So cube will be, the cube that is needed is of side what? 2r. The side of the cube is 2r. If this is got, you understood this identity, now then volume is very easy. Now, what is volume of a cube? Volume of cube is what, right? Whatever is the side, you take the cube of that. So 2r the whole cube. So what is the answer? 8r cube. So the minimum volume required to fit this sphere inside the box is 8r cube. I think so. Like that option is given to us. Option D. That's it. Option D is the answer. Understood now? How option D came to come to how I came to the conclusion that option D is the answer. What about others? Only two people answered. Are you clear? Karthikeyan, okay. What about others? Okay. I hope everyone is clear with this. Okay. Let me go for next problem. Okay. Pipes P and Q can fill a storage tank in full with water in 10 and 6 minutes, respectively. Pipe R draws the water out from the storage tank at the rate of 34 liters per minute. PQR operate at a constant time. If it takes 1 hour to completely fill an empty, completely empty a full storage tank with all pipes operating simultaneously, what is the capacity of the storage tank? Okay, now let me show you how to manage this. So this is the concept known as time and work. Okay, time and work. Okay, so how the concept works. So see, there are ways in which you can do it. You can go by the school way. I'm going to give you a very good shortcut for this. Okay, for that you have to realize one formula known as work is equals to time multiplied by efficiency. Please remember this formula. Work is equal to what, right? Time multiplied by efficiency. So this is the critical formula here. Or you can write it like this. W is equals to T multiplied by E. Okay. Now, if W is T multiplied by E, what is efficiency? W divided by T. And if you want time, W divided by E. W divided by T will give you efficiency. W divided by E will give you time. Okay. So this is the critical formula that I have to use. Now the shortcut method is known as LCM method. That is, I'm going to use an LCM value to solve this method very quickly. Okay. Now how to manage this? There are three pipes here, P, Q, and I think so what? R, I think so. Yeah, R. Okay. And PQR is also mentioned to us. That is combined opening. Okay. Now let's deal with the time here. Now here the problem is P's time is mentioned. What is the time of P? That is time taken by P to fill the tank. That is 10 minutes. So let's write it down. 10. Now, if Q alone is operating, what is the time taken by Q alone to fill the empty tank? It is 66 minutes. Now, R, I don't know. One more thing, R, there's a problem with R. What's the problem with R? R is a pipe which is emptying the tank. R is not filling the tank, R is rather emptying the tank. So whenever there is an emptying scenario, I will always draw a circle because this entity is going to have a negative work. Wherever there is a pipe which is emptying the tank, I'm going to treat that work as negative. Why I'm treating this negative is, see, filling the tank, if I'm considering is at a positive work, then the opposite process, that is emptying the tank, I have to take it as negative work. Otherwise, there is no differentiation between the two works. So if I'm treating filling the tank as positive work, I have to treat the emptying tank as negative work. One more thing, when all the three pipes are engaged, that is something mentioned here. If it takes 1 hour to completely empty a full storage tank with all the pipes operating simultaneously. So when PQR, all the three of the pipes are on, the tank is not getting filled up, rather the tank is getting empty. So the PQR together is also negative work. So whenever there's a negative work, I always draw a circle like this. Since I don't know this value, forget this. But this value is known. What is that? 1 hour. 1 hour means how much minutes? Eh? Because others have taken it in minutes, so that also have to take it in minutes. This also have to take it in what? Minutes only. So 1 hour means how many minutes? 60 minutes. You have to keep the same unit. Okay, now how to manage this? Let me show you. Whatever time values you have, you find the LCM values of all the time values given to you. So 10, 6, and 60. What is the LCM of 10, 6, and 60? If you think out, it is going to be 60. That is 10 into 6, 60. 6 into 10, 60. 60 into 1 is 60. So the least common multiple of all the time values that are known to me, the answer is 60. Now, why this is called as LCM method is this LCM value that I found out, I'm going to assume it as work. I'm going to assume this as work. Okay. Now, from this, I'm going to create efficiency of each cases. Okay, so let's start with the efficiency of P. What is the work? 60 divided by 10. Answer is 6. Next, what about Q? 60 divided by 6. Answer is 10. And what about the PQR? I don't know R, so forget R. PQR I know. But remember, here the work I have to treat it as negative, right? Because this is again negative work. Because tank is not getting filled, rather tank is getting empty here. I have to treat this work as negative. So tell me, 60, not 60, minus 60 divided by 60. What is the minus 60 divided by 60? Answer is 1. Are you understanding this, guys? Are you understanding the process up to now? Or anything do I need to explain it again? Please respond. If you do not understand this, then further you are not going to understand. Up to now, whatever I've said, is it clear to you? Nisha, okay. Vaishnavi, okay. What about others? Others also. Others, yeah, others. Vaishnavi, okay. Other who are there. Adrika, Balaji, Abhinaya, Karthikeyan, Yuvraj, Maharaja, Shiv Subramaniam. I hope everybody is okay. If anyone has any doubt or do I need to repeat again, you can ask me again. I'm no problem with that. Okay. In one situation only I took negative work, and that is minus 60 by 60. I made a small mistake there. It is not plus 1, it is technically minus 1. Okay, please correct that. Okay. It's not plus 1, it is minus 1. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear. Yeah, no one has any doubt. Okay, so now let's come to the formulation. Okay. So this PQR, this is the sum of all the pipes here. That is efficiency of pipes. If I say efficiency of PQR is actually what? Efficiency of P plus efficiency of Q plus efficiency of R. What is the efficiency of PQR we have gotten? Minus 1 is equals to efficiency of P is what, right? 6. Efficiency of Q is 10. So 6 plus 10 plus efficiency of R. Let's take this on the other side. So efficiency of R is going to be what, right? Minus 1 minus 6 minus 10, which is minus 17. So efficiency of R is working out as minus 17. Now let's find the time of R. Time of R is going to be work divided by what is that? Efficiency. Again, I told you R is a negative work. So the value that I've taken LCM value, all you have to do is take the negative value of that, because it is emptying the tank, right? So minus 60 divided by minus 17. So you'll get something known as 60 by 17 value. Minutes. This much is the time taken by R pipe to empty the tank alone. Okay. If R pipe alone is working, then full tank will be empty within 60 by 17 minutes. Okay. So we have find individual time for everyone. Now, one thing is mentioned in this question. What is that? You can see the question. The flow rate of the tank is 34 liters per minute. That is it. It is leaking water at the rate of what? 34 liters per minute. Okay. So what do you mean by flow rate? Let me explain flow rate to you. Flow rate of tank is known as quantity of tank divided by quantity of tank divided by time of the pipe. That is what is known as flow rate. Quantity of tank divided by what? Time of the pipe, whichever pipe I'm using. So from this I can take quantity of tank as what, right? Time of the pipe multiplied by flow rate of the pipe. Okay. What is the time of the pipe? I'm specifically dealing with which pipe? This is regarding R pipe. So what is the time taken by R pipe? 60 by 60. Time cannot be negative. Always remember, time is always going to be positive. Efficiency and work can become a negative value, but time is never going to be a negative value. Because what is negative time is very difficult to grasp, right? So efficiency can be negative, work can also become negative, but time is never going to be negative. So you have to be very clear with this. The work I've taken negative, negative by negative ratio, that cancels out. So that's how time became positive. So time of the pipe is 60 by 17 minutes. Now flow rate, you have to slightly adjust here. What is the adjustment is? Flow rate is given, yeah, no adjustment. 34 liters per minute, so that is very good. If it was 34 liters per hour like that, then per hour I have to convert into per minute. That's the only condition here. It's already liters per minute, so you just multiply 34. That's it. Okay, so now you just have to simplify this. So 17 ones are 17 twos. The answer is 120 liters. So quantity of the tank is 120 liters. Okay, any value like that? Let's see the options. Yeah, option C. The answer to this question is option C. So this is how work and time are dealt. Only when there is a leakage pipe, you take negative work. Otherwise, you don't have to bother with it. If there is water coming out of certain pipe, treat that as negative work. Okay, if leakage pipe is not there, everything is filling the tank, then you don't have to bother with the negative work. Is the concept understood? Anyone has any doubts? Anywhere, anyone has any doubts? Shiva Subramanian, okay. Nisha, okay. What about others? Balaji, Adarsh, Balaji, clear. Then what? Yuvraj, Shanmida, Shabarish, Adrika, Karthikeyan, Swadi, Rohit. So it's a very rare problem, but I'm showing you all the concepts associated with it because see, there are if you take aptitude topics now, there are like 30, 40 topics available. So every topic covering is not possible. What we regularly see in GATE, we are covering. And some new type problems, if I see, I'll also cover that so that I can clear up the concept for you. Okay, so it's a very simple problem. This is not a tough problem, but the trouble is very few people struggle to connect this. Okay, so we finished with that. Now let's go for next problem. Okay, now arrangement problem. Let's see this. What they're saying is 6 persons P, Q, R, S, T, U are sitting around a circular table facing the center but not necessarily in the same order. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to manage arrangement. Okay. So how many people are there? 6 people are there, right? So I'm first of all drawing the circle. Whenever I get 6 people, that is even number of people. Now how I draw the figures is one person here, then opposite one person. One person here, then opposite one person. One person here, then opposite one person. Always draw like this. All are facing towards the center. So put the arrow mark towards the center. Everyone is facing towards the center here. So put the arrow mark towards the center. So these are the 6 people. Okay. If there was e odd number, like let's say 7 people were there. Instead of 6, they are asking 7 people. So how to do that is just think this as 6 plus 1 people. 6 plus 1 people. First of all, draw 6 people opposite each other. That is, every person should have an opposite person. Okay, like that you can draw 6 number of people and put anywhere what the 7th person, the last person, one person extra is there now. Put there any between any one of the person. The choice is up to you. So this way, if you arrange it now, then the process becomes very easy to manage. Otherwise, you will struggle a lot. Some people, what they do mistake is they draw a circle and they like this. They arrange people like this. 6 people arranged in side by side. That is okay. But if the problem is if the arrangement is clockwise or anti-clockwise, it still satisfies. But it's not a very good way of representing. Okay, this is far more better. Now, one more thing you have to understand here is what is the left and right perspective. So let's start with the person. This he is the easiest person to manage. See, this person is facing upward. So according to him, left and right is sorry. According to him, this is the left and this is the right. What about the person who is facing down? For him, the left and right will entirely reverse. For him, this is the right and this is the left. What about the person sitting here? For him, this is the left, this is the right. For this person who is the left, this is right. For him, this is left, this is right. For him, this is left, this is right. Okay. So based on the direction sense, left and right, you have to understand. Start with this person. This is the easiest person to manage. Okay, this one. That is the bottom person. Okay. Once we identified all left and right, now let's go and see in figure what is the condition. P sits next to S and T. Q sits diametrically opposite of P. The shortest distance between S and R is equal to the shortest distance between T and E. So first thing they have said is Q is sitting opposite to P. Okay, so let's start with that. That will be quite easy to manage. Let's say if I put Q here, then P will be opposite here. Okay, you can start from anywhere, but I told you this is the easiest part, so I will always start from here. Okay, next. One more thing is mentioned. T sits next to S and T. So now S and T, how can I arrange? This is one way. This is S, T. There's one more arrangement available. Let me draw that also. Because I don't know who is the left of S, left of P or right of P, right? So another arrangement that is possible to for me is T is here, S is here. Okay, these are the two possibilities that I can arrange here. Now let's go for the last statement. Where is that? Sorry. The shortest distance between S and R is same as shortest distance between T and U. Okay, shortest distance between S and R as the same shortest distance between T and U. So if I place R here, then I can place TU here. That's one approach. Another approach is, or if I place R here, I have to place U here. Okay, there are two cases. I'm drawing the two cases on one diagram. Otherwise, I will have to draw 4 diagrams and everything. Okay, so let's see which works out. Just one minute. Let me take one thing. Take a different color so that you can understand this. So since it's a possibility, let's start with keeping U here, R here. Okay, so you can see that what is the shortest distance between S and R? 2 people are there between S and R. What is the shortest distance between T and U? 2 people are between T and U. Okay, that's one way. Or another procedure is like this. If I keep U here, then R obviously has to be here. Let's see, what is the shortest distance between T and U? They are near to each other. What is the shortest distance between S and U? They are also near to. So both the cases are working out. Let's try out here. If I put U here, then obviously R has to keep here. Then tell me, what is the shortest distance between what? S and R. What is the shortest distance between S and R? They are near. What is the shortest distance between T and U? They are also near. What about this? Next, what is the other arrangement? Let's try it out. R here, U here. Shortest distance between S and R, 2 people. Shortest distance between T and U, 2 people. Again, that is also mentioned. So all the 4 cases are coming into picture. Okay, now anything else is mentioned? Let's see. Okay, shortest. So all the 4 cases are possible. Based on the above statements, Q is a neighbor of which all people? Tell me, Q is a neighbor of which people? In any case you take it, the neighbor of Q is always going to be either U or either R. See, U can be here, R can be here. R can be here, U can be here. In the second case also same thing is happening. U is here, R is here, or R is here, U is here. So who is the neighbor of Q? Obviously always going to be Q and R. Sorry, U and R. My mistake, not Q and R. U and R. U for umbrella, R for rabbit. Okay, U and R are neighbors of Q in all the 4 cases. Okay, so that's the only conclusion I can. But who is right, who is left, I don't know. Okay, because I was not able to eliminate the cases. So based on this, what is the correct option? U and R. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, so sometimes we are able to eliminate the cases, sometimes we are not able to eliminate the cases. If you are not, you have to consider that possibilities, and based on that, you have to answer. Is it clear how I cleared the problem? Any doubt? Do I need to repeat again? Just 1 minute. I'll come. Okay, so I hope everyone has understood this. Anyone has any doubt? Maharaja, Nisha, Shiva, Subramanian clear. What about others? Are you clear? Bhavdarni, Balaji, Swadi, Rohit, Sabrish. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, okay? Okay then. So this is the case. Let's go for next problem. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is a critical reasoning problem. That is a big statement is there. Based on this, which is the correct option you have to conclude. So let's read the statement. Let's read the paragraph. Rice, a versatile and inexpensive source of carbohydrate, is a critical component of diet worldwide. Climate change causing extreme weather poses a threat to the sustained availability of rice. Scientists are working on developing green super rice, which is resilient under extreme weather conditions, yet gives higher yield sustainably. Which one of the following is correct logical inference based on the information given in the above passage? GSR is an alternative to regular rice, but it grows only in extreme weather. Can I say that GSR only grows in extreme weather? No. They are scientists trying to develop that they can also grow in, that is, they will also grow in normal weather, but they can also survive extreme weather. It's not that it's just only going to grow in extreme weather. So option A, inference is not good. What about option B? GSR may be used in future in response to adverse effect of climate change. That may be. I'm not that sure, but that may be an option. Okay. So you have to read each and every option and then come to a proper best answer. Okay. Next, GSR grows in an extreme weather, but the quantity of produce is lesser than regular rice. No. There, GSR is a resilient rice under extreme weather, also gives higher yield sustainably. So the yield is also sustainable. Okay, so C is not proper. Next, regular rice will continue to provide good yields even in extreme weather. Yeah, no. Regular rice is not giving good yields in extreme weather, right? That's why scientists had to develop green super rice or whatever GSR, whatever that is. Okay, so regular rice was not providing good yields even in extreme weather. Ah, normal weather it was okay, but regular in extreme weather it was not working. That's why we had to develop GSR. So you can see that A, C, and D are getting rejected from the entire paragraph. So the only conclusion I can say which is proper is option B. So option B is the answer. Sorry, option B is the answer. Understood? Yeah, correct. Shiva Subramanian, option B is the answer. Oh, sorry, not C. My mistake. Not C, option B. Okay, so this is how we come to the conclusion. Okay, I hope you are clear, guys. Are you any doubts? Okay. Next. Okay, this was a probability question. This is just first part. Options will be later on. I will show you the options. If you want, I can show it here. Options, if you want, I can write it here. Okay. This is what the options look like. Okay. Options A, if you want, I can magnify it. Option A is 1 by 16, 5 by 64, 3 by 32, 7 by 64. Okay, let's forget option. Let's read the condition first. What they're saying is a game consists of a spinning an arrow around a stationary disc as shown below. When the arrow comes to rest, there are eight equally likely outcomes. There are 8 possibilities in this game. It could come to rest in any one of the sectors numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 2 such discs are used in a game where their arrows are independently spun. So they are not related to each other. So they are independent. What is the probability that sum of the numbers on the resulting sectors upon spinning the 2 discs is equal to 8 after the arrows come to rest? So I have to find probability where sum of the values that I'm getting in this case has to be 8. First of all, what is the total number of cases? total number of cases here. How to identify total number of cases is quite easy. In one spinning, there are how many sectors? 8. Similarly, there are 2 spinning, right? So 8 into 8. So what is 8 into 8? Technically 8 square, which is 64. So total number of cases here is 64. If I write down all the cases, it will be consuming a lot of time. So just understand that one circle has 8 outcomes. So total 2 circles, so 8 into 8, 64. Like if you remember dice, in a single dice, how many outcomes are there? 6. So if I'm throwing 2 dices, I always say that the total number of cases without any criteria is 6 into 6, that is 32. 36. Okay, so like that I have formulated for 8 cases. Now, favorable events. Let's identify which are favorable events to us. So favorable events means sum of the values should be 8. Let's identify those cases here. So if 1 comes in the first case, 1 comma 7, if I add it up, I'll get that is first dice is or first spin is showing 1, second spin is showing or second spinning device is showing 7. You can also take the opposite of this. First device showing 7 and second device showing 1. So these are the 2 possible outcomes. Next, let's say if 2 comes in the first dice and 6 comes in the second dice. So 2 plus 6 is 8. So we'll take the opposite, 6, 2. Next, if 3 comes, 3 and 5. 5 and 3. Then 4 and 4. 4 and 4 opposite, same thing. So there is only one outcome. Anything else? Anything else missing? No, that's it. This much is the outcomes. So what is the favorable number of events? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So probability will be equal to what, right? Favorable number of events 7 divided by total number of events 64. That's it. Answer is all. So the sum 8. Sum should be exactly 8, right? I think so. Sum is exactly 8. Equal to 8. They are not saying less than or at least 8 or like that. Conditions is not good. So the answer is 7 divided by 64, which is what? Option E. This was asked as not as a maths question, rather as a aptitude question. I told you, sometimes permutation combination probability can come as a part of aptitude. Is it clear? Students, are you okay? Understood the game? If you want to get repeated, I can repeat it again, not an issue. Okay. I hope everyone is clear with this. Okay, let's go for next problem. Okay, syllogism. This is syllogism. I have to teach you some concepts here. Okay. So the concept is, what is that? Syllogism. Okay, syllogism. There will be some statements. Sometimes the statement makes sense. Sometimes the statement doesn't make any sense. You don't have to bother with it. You just need to know how to manage it. Okay. Now, whenever some statement is given, whether it doesn't make any literal sense, you have to assume that it is true. Okay, sometimes the statements can be all dogs can be cats, or sometimes some dogs are donkeys. Like that, weird statements can come into picture. You don't have to bother with whether they make literal sense or not. Whatever is given as a statement to you, you have to assume the statement as universal truth. And based on that universal truth, you have to find whether you should accept the conclusion or you should reject the conclusion. Okay. Now, you can actually how many different types of statements are there? There are technically 4 types of statements, mainly 4. It goes something like this: all A objects or all A's are B's. Now, how do I manage even if weird comes into the picture? So for that, I use the tool known as Venn diagram. I use the tool what? Venn diagram. So what is all A's are B's Venn diagram? Like this. All A should be inside B. All A should be what? Inside B. That's it. Another statement. This is the first positive statement. Then there is another positive statement known as some A objects are B's, are B object. Some A object can be anything, right? It can be a person, it can be some title, it can be even any other cases. Okay, A is object, B is another object. So we are saying that some A's are B. So what is the Venn diagram of this? Like this. You have to buy this Venn diagram. Huh? Based on this, I will come to a conclusion. So some A's are B's is drawn like this. Next, these are the two positive. Then there comes two negative. The first negative is all A's are not B's. So how will I draw the Venn diagram? A and B like this. See, remember, not does not mean that there is no relationship. Not actually means what? You have a negative relationship. You have what relationship? Negative. So to show negative, what I do is I draw A and B separately, and then I draw a line, and then I draw an X to show that it's a negative relationship. Okay. And the last negative statement is some A's are not B's. How to draw this? Let's say this is some A. Now take a small portion here, like this shaded region, and say that this has a negative relationship with B. Okay, a small region within A, assume that it has a negative relationship with B. These are the four possible statements we can always see in syllogism. And these are the corresponding diagram of each and every type of statement. You have to by heart this, or you have to remember this. From there, I'm going to analyze all the statements given to me. I'll be using these diagrams to come to a certain conclusions. Okay, is this concept clear? The different type of statements. If you don't understand this, then there is no point in continuing. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I can again repeat and explain it to you. Is it clear, guys? What about others? Everyone, please try to answer this. Otherwise, you won't. Otherwise, what I'm going to do next won't make any sense. If you have any, even silly doubt, also you can raise the hand. We can communicate directly. I can switch on your mic. Otherwise, you can just type your issue in the chat box. We can again discuss that. What about others? Please respond. If you are okay, understood, okay. Then otherwise, if you're not having any doubt, you can also ask me that. Okay, so I hope everyone is understood this. Now let's deal with the statements. Okay, so let's see what are the statements in this. Statement 1 is saying some engineers are writers. So how will I draw this? Some engineers are what? Writers. Okay, now what are the next statement saying? No writer is an actor. So writer, everyone is having a negative relationship with actor. Okay, next. No, all actors are engineers. All actors are engineers. Okay, how will I finish this? Because I've already drawn engineers, right? No writer is an actor. All actors are engineers. That is complicated. All actors are engineers. Okay, it's a problematic. Why is it problematic? Let me show you. See, if actor has a negative relationship with writers, we have shown here that some of the engineers are also writers. So some of the actors will have a negative relationship with some of the engineers also. Okay. If I take some engineers here, then some of the engineers will have a negative relationship with actor. So then how can all actors be engineers? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say here? Let's do one thing. Let's start with statement number 3. Okay. You can take any, you can start with any statement. I started with 1. I'm finding some conflict here. The conflict is, since actor has negative relationship with all the writers and some of the writers are engineers, so actor will have some negative relation with the engineers, right? You can even start with statement number 3. Let me draw like that. All actors are engineers. So how will I do that? Let's try that. All actors are engineers means actor will be inside engineer, right? Okay, next. Then some engineers are writers. I'm going for first statement. So some engineers are writers. Next, what is that? No writer is an actor. No writer, an actor and writer are having negative relation. Okay, so it's possible. I started with 1, so I'm getting a conflict here. So I started the statement in a different manner. Okay. So sometimes if we are getting conflict now, then rearrange the statements and try to work it out. And I'm actually finding this. Actor and writer is having some sort of a negative relationship. And I am getting a proper conclusion like this. So normally, whatever is the arrangement given to us, we start like that. If we are not able to form properly, just then rearrange the statements and try it out again. That is, instead of starting from 1, 2, 3, you can here what I did is I started with 3, then I went for one statement, then I went for second statement. 3, 1, 2. Okay. With that, I'm finding some sort of a conclusion. Understood why I changed the order? Is it clear? Why changing the order improved my logic here? Hello? Understood what I did here? Vaishnav, okay, what about others? Anyone has any doubt? I can explain it again. I started with the normal, whatever statement is given to me. See, order can be taken, it's your wish. But you select an order such that you get a proper diagram. So whatever order you want, you can take it, but always prefer some order will have always an easy way to draw the diagram, whereas some other order will not have the same easy way to draw the diagram. Okay, so we got this diagram. Now from this, let's understand the each and every conclusion. Okay, first conclusion. Some writers are engineers. Let's see. Some writers are engineers. Yeah. So conclusion 1 has to be accepted. You can see now some writers and engineers are having relationship. Okay. All engineers are actors. Let's see that. All engineers are actor. I cannot say. So I have to reject that statement. Next. No actor is a writer. Let's see that. No actor is a writer. Yeah, I can accept that. Because all the actors are having negative relation with writer. So no actor is a writer. I can say like that. Then some actors are writers. No. No actor is writer. So some actors are writers cannot be accepted. Because actors are having negative relation with writer. So some actor having positive relation with writer is not going to work out. Next, anything else is given to us? Yeah, this much is the 4 conclusions. So which of the following options can be logically inferred? So the options are, I will show you the options. I think so. This is the options. Let me expand the figure. Only conclusion 1 is correct. They are saying no. Conclusion 1 is also correct and conclusion 3 is also correct. Conclusion 2 and 3, no. 2 is wrong. Only conclusion 1 and 3 is correct, and that is the correct answer. What is the correct option? Only conclusion 1 and conclusion 3 are correct.